Hey, what's up everybody? Let me know if you can hear me. We can get going. Y'all hear me? I know you can hear me, buddy. But can they hear me? Yes, we can hear. Sweet. We can get going. Looks like it's just us two for the time being. If you got any questions, let me know. I'll get going here. Yeah, I agree with that. Dumping now. Yeah, sorry, I'll focus now. Was not focused. Focus up. Yeah, we were saying 67.50, right? In the pre-market, in the Discord today, we were saying beware of that level, right? Gonna take a lot to get over that. Looking at the market trend model. I mean, it's been a good day, no doubt. I mean, dumping, but I mean, this is RSP, but I mean, it's relatively at highs of the day, so yes, it's dumping. Yeah, we're off 16 points, so. Yeah, looking at Qs. I mean, Qs look fine. Yeah, I mean, relative strength, it looks like it's probably SPX, but getting back to what we were talking about. SPX game plan, yeah, remember, you know, here we were saying 67.50 is probably the likely upside target for the day. Would need a lot of gusto to get up through that. Way that we look at gusto is, you know, to our intraday volume analysis. Yeah, we can see, I mean, just hasn't been that expansion higher in call speculation to the upside, which is generally what we need. Looks like a flat top. So, kind of puts a little bit of a cap on the market's upside, so to speak. 68.80. That'd be an aggressive move, unless you're referencing futures, but still, I feel like that'd be a big move. Yeah, 67. Where are we at right now? Sorry, 67.30. I mean, kind of in no man's land, to be honest with you. Like, this is a summary of our 3D surface models. So we're just kind of right in the middle of the range between 50 and 6,700. I mean, this is purely just a gamma distribution. I mean, you can see 6750 sticks out like a sore thumb. So that, as we were saying, was a pretty decent upside target. Going into the single stock land. So today, glad I got out of that. So we were in Soundhound. Well, first off, let's back up. Let's go to our P Transit plus GEX strategy. So these were the entries today: AVGO, BA, Google. Assuming you had room in the portfolio for those, we did not have any room. This is our live one. We've been running for over 2.5 years now, almost 2.5 years at this point. But yeah, not a ton going on in there right now. We got the wheel strategy right. Did a big long video on that yesterday. Did a write-up as well. This is still, this is like discretionary in terms of if you want to enter a trade or not, but we give you literally the trade and the strike to do that meets the criteria for our swing, for our wheel strategy. Any more questions on that? Happy to answer them in the chat, but if you guys don't care about it, I'm not going to continue talking about it on this stream. Oh, well, I am talking both to YouTube and Discord. I just realized that, so. Alright, well, people in the Discord, if you got questions, let me know. Just put them in trading chat. Or if you want me to be quiet, I'll mute myself. So, just let me know. Anyways, so we were in Soundhound, right? Sold out of that today. Ended up being a good sell there. Yeah, that move that just came up in some of our scans on Wednesday. Got in it on Wednesday. I think obviously got the nice move on Thursday. Exited there. Palantir took a small loss in that today. I mean, it broke below P-Trans pretty aggressively. Ended up being a good exit there for a small loss. UNH, this had been a good winner. Exit out of it fully today. Took a position back on, I think, the 23rd, and then took another entry on Wednesday and exited both of those yesterday and today. So that's a good win. Other than that, I don't have anything else in the kind of discretionary swing portfolio right now. I just wasn't seeing a lot of compelling setups, especially, with the market at all-time high. We were saying in the pre-market prep there's a little bit of weakness coming in to the SPXA, SPXP full complex, so just something to be cognizant of there. But yeah, I'm not doing too much right now. We'll see what next week brings. Palantir looks like garbage today, so like I said, I got out of that. No, I exited for my small loss TT and Palantir. If it wants to regather itself, that's fine, but yeah, I mean, it took out low at prior day. Yeah, there's just no, right? What's moving higher should continue to move higher. When it doesn't, that is key information, right? So like it should have continued to go higher, but we wiped out like a week's worth of progress, and it's below 0 GEX now, so that's really no good. I have no idea what's driving the NDX. Looks like everything just spiked lower, so it's probably an aggregation of all that stuff. If I were to guess. So yeah, I mean, we're still, yeah, we're just in a big chop range right now in the SPX, right? Top of our DEX transit or drunken sailor range was 67.15, really 67.10, unable to get above that. So it's kind of where we are now. SPX going into next week. So, yeah, I mean, first place we can start is looking at SPXA, right? So, you know, the near-term expiration looks fine. That's weekly it's the monthly expiration 2 weeks from the next 2 Fridays, right? SPXA, this is our delta balance tool, right? Point of options is they're forward looking, so you can understand how folks are positioned out in time, which is what this represents. The red line is above spot price, below spot price. The green line is above spot price. Blue is just the net of the two. So right, railed at 1, good to see. This is the most near-term expiration, which is 10/17, so it looks fine. Right, GEX ratio looks fine for now. Here's the SPXP, right? About 6,700 is key line in the sand, so we want to maintain that. GEX ratio, again, getting a little bit overheated. So that's the main kind of takeaway from the pre-market prep. If you read it, watched our videos, getting a little extended to the upside. So just something to be cognizant of there. But if you want to go, we can look at next week. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So next week, I mean, it's bullish, right? Bold up. 6,800 is kind of the big target there. So yeah, it doesn't look bad, but just keep in mind, kind of right now we're in the middle of the transition zone, 6,700, 6,800. So, but yeah, all else equal, looks fine. Keep in mind, we can revert back to 6,700, and that doesn't mean we're bearish, right? That's just literally part of the structure, going back to middle of transition zone. That's fine. So I know that's probably not a black and white answer like you may have wanted, but kind of where we're at. Let me know if you guys have any single stocks you want to look at or whatever. Google. Google looks fine. I like Google. Yeah, I mean, above 245 looks good. So, yeah, I don't mind Google. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty constructive. I'd look for a move above. Yeah, I mean, it's holding its P-trans level right now. You can see how that's some interaction with 0 GEX. Yeah, it looks fine. CoreWeave and Tesla. Well, Tesla looks like crap. I mean, you gotta tell you that. Yeah, I mean, below its transitions, I mean, it's breaking down. Not ideal there. What was the other one you wanted? CoreWeave. CoreWeave looks fine. I mean, you know, some people think this stuff is voodoo, whatever, but 140 is plus GEX. I mean, it's been unable to break above that for the entire week. It even failed there today multiple times. So, something to be cognizant of. Yeah, here we're looking at the GEX ratio. I mean, you can see this thing is absolutely plummeted, right? Plummeted massively yesterday, continued today. So obviously you may have got clipped on the yesterday move, but just seeing how far that plummeted, probably should have been exiting and not having to wear the drawdown today. But yeah, I mean, even the tell here, right, guys? Just quick lesson on how to use this is, if this is hindsight, whatever, like, all the sports teams watch film, so why would we not do the same and improve and use this going forward? So, thing to note, which we have in all of our literature and all that good stuff, is when we got this pump on this day, we should have been like locking in profits. Why? Because looking back to the left over history of Tesla and the GEX ratio, like, this was getting into well extended territories above 3, which means that there's 3-to-1 call gamma to put gamma, right? That's a lot. So that just means that the way I like to think about it is it's running a race. It's like at the end of the race right now. If you want to be getting in a name or exiting a name, do you want to be getting in at the end or at the start? I would prefer to get more in at the start. So that's why this tool is very valuable, just kind of from a sentiment standpoint, structure standpoint. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense on how to use the GEX ratio. This is the GEX ratio, by the way. I may not have said that. I think CoreWeave, I think I answered the question there, yeah. That looks fine. We'll look it up. CRWV. Yeah, looks fine. Looks fine there indeed. Yeah, 140 again, just keep that in mind. Important level for sure. Just a quick plug, right? Because we're the sponsor of this video. If Gamma Edge, options market structure analysis, all that good stuff is new to you, if you're a little lost of things I've been saying, tools I've been showing, Gamma Edge FastPass is a solution for you. It's going to speed up that learning curve. This is everything literally that a paid member gets in terms of our onboarding, right? So you get our education, you get our tools, strategies, pieces on how to use the tools, all that good stuff. So feel free to give it a go. Let me know your thoughts. Or don't. It's up to you. Any recent wheel trade examples? Yeah, I mean, there's a bazillion. I mean, even if it's wheel or not, the methodology is the same. Like, I'll just go over it with UNH, right? The wheel, I mean, put simply, the GE wheel is designed to find those stocks that are moving higher, and that we can just sell premium, and hopefully we don't get assigned. And if we do get assigned, they're quality stocks with institutional momentum, so we shouldn't be getting significantly punished, right? And we have a plan embedded on how we get out of that assignment. So just recapping the wheel, the candidates for a wheel Gamma Edge style is, one, it has to show up on our bullish scans, proprietary bullish scans, which is looking for call dominated stocks, and not only call dominated, but the call domination is growing. Second is we apply something called the Minervini trend template. Mark Minervini, very successful individual stock trader, has just a momentum indicator he's developed. We apply that. Those stocks need to meet a certain score, a very high score, which suggests that there's institutional momentum in the name. Check, check. You know, momentum moving higher, call dominated, it's expanding. It's exactly what you want in a stock, that you want to go higher. And then third is we have an overall kind of macro gate on the strategy, which we have on our P-Trans plus GEX strategy as well, which means, so it's called a TC for a tag combo 3, which obviously you guys may not know that, right? If you don't know it, then you don't know it, but it's in the literature that I just, Game Edge, FastPass, all that good stuff. But simply put, it just means that the longer term trend, the 1 to 3 week trend of our market trend model is moving higher. That condition must be valid both to enter in this strategy and the P2P strategy. And to get technical, what that means is that the cumulative tick, the bolded white line, needs to be above the rainbow ribbon, which then means the rainbow ribbon is by definition is trending higher. So that's just simply what it means. This is back tested through our P2P strategy, all that good stuff. So if you guys want to read up more about that, there's back testing in the Discord as well. So trust but verify. I get it. That's why we document everything for you guys. But anyways, back to the strategy. Yeah, I mean it's more or less the same list that I put out every morning. I put out a bull and a bear list. It's not the same exact list, but like the thought process is the same. This bull list is simply stocks that are call dominated. They're above their 21 and 50-day moving averages, because the market pays attention to those levels. So that's just a quick momentum filter with strong underlying fundamentals in terms of positioning the options market. And so yeah, UNH. This was one where, keep in mind, the transition zone has moved up since my entries, but I was at 340 was the transition zone when I entered. Entered on, I think I said this day, and then I entered again the other day. The reason I entered here, right, is the way I trade is, right, A, I'm getting filtered down to a very curated list through what I just went through, and then B, I wanted to see break above prior day high, right, because what is moving higher should continue to move higher, and if it doesn't, that is key information. So this is just a very simple way on the daily chart of if it breaks above the higher prior day, cool, that's my entry signal, so I'm getting in the trade. And if it breaks below that candle, or if it breaks below P-trans, then I'm going to exit the trade. Very simple. So, and yeah, that's just selling put spreads in those names. So yes, I know it's not selling a cash secured put, but like the thought process is the same. So you should be getting an understanding of that. So that, and right, you know, that's all documented, all that good stuff when I enter it in the swing game plan. So yeah, I mean, if you're interested in swing type stuff, don't really have a place to go chat about that, feel free to come in here, see if you get anything out of it or not, right? And then I had another entry on Wednesday, the same exact thing, was bumping up against P-trans and broke above, or not, no, it was yesterday. Yesterday was the entry. So broke above, took that entry, right, then had a nice gap up and moved higher today, got me out of that trade. So very simple example. Same thing with this SoundHound AI. Again, the entry was on Wednesday, broke above the high of the prior day candle, then obviously just ripped from there, got out of that trade, 2-day trade. Yeah, so like with the wheel, we trade 1 to 2 weeks out. So I may have been trading the monthly expiration, which was 3 weeks out, but that's fine. And yeah, my strikes, I'm not, as we said in the wheel article, we're not picking random strikes or just a 20 delta strike, right? Or 30 delta 45 day out strike, because that's what the internet says to do. We don't do that. It centers around our levels, right? So I'm just placing my strikes like right at or right below P-trans. And then ideally I'm going 2 weeks out. But some stocks, the liquidity is not there, so I have to do the monthly expiration, but try not to do that. Yep, so very simple. I mean, the benefit you get here is, right, it's out of the thousands of stocks, we help you hone in on the ones that make sense and just in terms of like what should move higher. If it does or not, that at that point, that's just trading. So yeah, but like the stocks I was looking at today, I didn't really see anything appetizing, which isn't crazy given, you know, what we were saying about the markets at all-time highs, maybe a little bit extended. So, so yeah, it's just, that's my thoughts there. Would you sell a? Would I sell a CC at, I don't know what a CC is. Maybe a call credit spread, I'm not sure. Covered call? No, I would not sell a covered call. No, I mean the stock's breaking down. You sell a covered call, you could get smoked if, you know, it continues to move lower. This is not a candidate that is on the wheel strategy or on the watch list that I'm running day to day. So no, the stock doesn't even show up on my radar unless, you know, someone in the chat wants me to look at it, which is fine. But yeah, this is not even in my universe of trading right now. Hopefully that answered the question. I don't know. I guess we'd be curious in your thoughts of why you would want to sell a covered call there. I could also be missing something too. I mean, so what this is showing us volume traded. So right, our centroids, this is showing, this is just kind of important. So this is showing the centroids, which is kind of like the volume traded, both at the call and the put side. Right, in the centroids, every 5 minutes we aggregate the volume, then the distribution of the volume, right? We find the midpoint of that distribution, which is the centroid. So that just helps us understand the behavior of speculation. But then we also look at is the actual volume traded for those 5 minute slices. And so, you know, what's interesting today is the significant spikes we've seen in volume have been on the put side, which makes you know, sense when we've seen those moves lower now. So just keep that in mind. That's kind of the utility of this chart. And right, these are our lines of best fit, which all else equal, they just extend out to where the centroids are likely to go throughout the end of the session, all else equal, which price follows where transactions are happening. So that's the benefit of that. Well, yeah, if you sell a covered call at 440, you collect premium and avoid assignment if Tesla remains under 440. Yeah, but what if Tesla goes to 400? Then you wear a $40 loss. Sounds like you're more interested in collecting the premium, so to sell a call or sell a call spread. Don't subject yourself to downside risk if your thesis is it's going to move sideways to lower. Does that make sense? Yeah, I mean, I just don't understand if you're, you know, thinking, I mean, I don't, it's, well, got it. I mean, you definitely didn't specify that to me. Yeah, Tesla at 250. I mean, yeah, I mean, frankly, that's hard to say just because, I mean, it's had a pretty, I mean, it's sold off almost, it's sold at like 11%, so a reflexive mean reverting move is certainly possible here. P-trans is a point in the structure where it and all other strikes above are call dominated. Yeah, no, I totally get it. On the covered calls. I guess I just want to be seeing more of like a definitive downtrend before selling covered calls. Like it's I mean it's trending higher right now, so like in the moment it doesn't look great, but I mean from a chart point of view it's not broken yet. And keep in mind you can go on our chat bot too and you can type in like, you know, what is P-trans, all that good stuff. So yeah, but it's just simply where it and all strikes above are call dominated. Right? And then, you know, in the middle here, this is this transition zone where it's just kind of flip flops between call and put dominated stocks, and then, you know, in trans is, you know, put dominated below. Alright, cool. Well, we've been on 30 minutes, so hopefully y'all got some value out of this. You guys have a great weekend. We will see you all Monday. So with that, you guys have a good one.